Good morning and welcome to episode 14. 14, lucky 14. 14 is my favorite number. Today's episode is about time not standing still. Holy shit. So a few months ago, I stepped back from my corporate life that I wasn't very happy with, and was determined not to waste any more time. Life in the corporate world, as everyone knows, especially if you're a senior in management or senior, actually anywhere in organizations today, the pace is unbelievable, and there's no such thing as a 40-hour work week. Even if you try to control it and you strive for a work-life balance, those are rare exceptions, and corporations use that as a slogan, as if they're actually truly interested in it. And they're really, well, what I'm seeing, not all companies, but I'll talk in generalities. What I'm seeing is that it is like greenwashing. They talk about life work balance, but indeed you're expected to be available 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's a little ridiculous. Essentially, today is feeling like the corporations are the slave owners and workers are, of course, the slaves. It leads to undue stress or unneeded stress in the work environment. I think there's a real lack of leadership today in a lot of corporations and a lot of teams and so on. And I'm not sure why that is. I think it's deviated from what I see in natural leadership and what you see in nature itself. And I'm going to go into that a little bit later. But I really wanted to talk about was the fact that time doesn't stand still, period. Even when you're doing what you love. My gosh, holy shit. It's too fast of a trip. Fuck. So about 6 months ago, I left my corporate job as a senior executive director of IT and decided to pursue my passions. I wasn't happy in that environment. I wasn't happy with the structure of the environment that was causing so much harm to, quite frankly, and hate to admit it, but myself, who I deem as a strong, centered individual, and also, a great deal of the employees and the work environment. So life's too short. And time to punt out and do something different. Don't stay in the toxic environments. It's extremely stressful to leave because there's uncertainty to it all. But change is generally always good. Generally, perhaps not. But that saying is true. But as I looked to pursue my passions, one is nature and hunting and horses and a lot of things outdoors. I came up with this podcast idea to highlight some of those interests that I deem important, not just for myself, but I think it's important for all of us that we are connected to nature. And because there's a resonance to nature that we all know when we're out in it, we feel much better. So I left that and I started up a small company that I'm working on named Mountain Horse Studios, and also joined more deeply the team here at Diamond Head Outfitters and to both help them and tell the story of Diamond Head. And I love it down here, and I love the horses. And as you know, Haas passed away, and the connection that Haas had with us all left us deeply impacted because that horse affected our lives. So many of us had learned to ride with that horse, and Haas provided the stability and the confidence in beginning riders to actually increase their skill without having to worry about getting hurt. Haas protected you. He was rock solid, heavy steady, as Jim calls them. And I think it's a great great term. We got several heavy steadies and we got some newbies here. But the heavy steadies are big, powerful, well-tempered, and bomb-proof horses. And bomb-proof means that they really don't react too much. They'll spook like some, but the reaction is quick, and they're looking out for the rider as well as themselves. And it's a joy to work with them because you really don't have to worry too much about them. They're very skilled at what they do, and they're very confident, and they're very relaxed because of it. So I moved down here, and I love what I do, but I thought, well, maybe time would stand still, or at least slow down. It doesn't. Oh my gosh. So my day's full of beauty, I guess. Being around the horses and being out in nature and being around the people that hang out here and make this part of their home. But my days are going by faster. I thought it would kind of slow down a bit, but no such luck. It doesn't matter if you're dredging around in the mire of a shitty work environment, hoping for something better and wondering how you're going to get out of it, or you're really passionate about your job or your vocation or what you do in life. The pace doesn't really seem to slow down. And so it's kind of shocking. Here I am. I love what I do, and yet the days go by in a blink of an eye. And it accentuates the need for myself to really capture every single moment. It seems like days are blinks and weeks are hours and months are days and years are weeks. So we've got to really maximize what we love to do, get good at it, and then share it with the people we love. And share it with, in my case, I'm trying to open it up and get better at this to share it with more of the world. My hope is, I know this is going to take some time to really ramp up and kind of get dialed in, but I'm trying my best to create something that tells a story and tells it the way I see it. I think I'm getting better. I listened to the opening of my podcast not too long ago. Someone happened to be playing it, and I heard the opening, and I was like, oh my God, that's Mountain Horse Studios. I thought that was really cool. Just by the sound of the opening three seconds of the podcast or the video, and I heard it from a distance, and kind of liked it. I like the track Josh laid down, and I think it's reflective of how we feel and actually how things actually occur out here, which is a bit of spontaneity and serendipity seems to be always surrounding this place. Josh and I were hanging out and just talking over the mics, and we were just playing with the mics to see what some of the recordings were, and Josh came up with that little lick that plays as Mountain Horse Studios. And of course it's Josh's girlfriend who's on the front cover when the actual moment when her and Luna actually bonded, which was within 5 minutes of meeting, which was pretty special. Kind of love at first sight, and it continues to this day. And Luna was a horse that wasn't ridden. She'd bucked off a few people, nothing too serious, but she liked to run in the trees and try to ditch their riders. And so she didn't get ridden a lot, and along comes Alexia, and lo and behold, Alexia is making her into a lead horse, and those two seem to match up in every single way. So it's just kind of cool how those moments happen, and you're not expecting them, and something wonderful happens, and changes the lives of the people involved. It certainly changed the lives for Luna and Alexia, and changed the dynamics here at Mountain Horse, because all of a sudden we have another lead rider or another guide and another lead horse. And lead horses are kind of very important. One, it takes a certain type of horse to actually make a good lead horse, and you need a rider that connects with that horse so that they develop their confidence together and what they can do and what they can do out there. without a lead horse, you really can't kind of plow out there and do things on your own, and because your horse has to have a great deal of confidence. For myself, I've worked on this natural leadership stuff and really watching the herd and how the herd operates and how they apply stress or pressure in this case, and then the release where the communication happens. So this pressure release thing, which you've heard me talk about, is really part of the communication structure of the horses, and also how we communicate to them. So I won't go into that too much, but what I am going to do is blast out. I'm going to grab Mojo. We haven't been out together this early for a while. It's early in the morning, and it's close to 7, so there's a chance I still might catch something out there. There's a shitload of elk out the back, and wolf tracks, and grizzlies. So in the other episode, you heard us talking about the grizzlies up the valley. What's happened is the Eloho fire from last year, 125 square miles, size of Vancouver and North Vancouver combined, was burnt out. And I thought originally, oh great, well not oh great, but hunting should be good up in the Eloho, in a year or two. And a friend of mine who spent quite a bit of time up there said, no, you don't understand. He says, it's gone. I says, what do you mean it's gone? Everything's gone. And he shows me a picture. And so the fire was so intense, it burnt down all the trees. And then the rain came and washed all the soil away. So we have 125 square miles of rock out there. All that wildlife now has been pushed down the valley and further down into our area. And that's why we're seeing so much bear activity in the trees, because they're competing for space, and they're also telling each other that they're in the area. And some of the areas where they do the markings, it's quite shocking. The trees are just ripped apart. And I've had a couple of friends say, "Oh, I think that's elk rubbing and stuff." And I was kind of curious, and I was like, no, it's not. But just, I was like, am I getting something wrong here? Because I am a new hunter, and went out with Josh, who's been hunting black bear for quite a while. And, he says, oh, no, that's black bear for sure. And you can see the claw marks, and it's very apparent. So Jeff, it's black bear. It's not elk rubbing. I'll get a better shot for you so you can see it. Josh and I and Alexia, and one of the videos that you saw, I'm gonna post another one where we start stumble upon wolf tracks. But one of the more concerning things, especially right now when I'm about to go out there by myself, was we're walking down the trail and we're looking down, and at the exact same time, me and Josh look down, and I point to it, and before I actually even got a chance to point, Josh says, holy shit, grizzly bear tracks. And I said, yeah, right, eh? See the claw, the claws are, it's grizzly. It's not a huge 1,800 pounder or 1,000 pounder, but it's probably a 500 or 600 pounder. Maybe a little bit smaller, but he's out there, and he walked down the path for about 20 to 30 feet at us in the direction we were moving in the direction towards us. He was probably there. I guess there were fresh tracks, just an hour or two before us. Definitely through the night, he was there. And we're trying to get out there earlier and earlier in the morning, especially on the weekends when we have more than just myself to kick out there to see what's going on. And he's out there, and don't know who else is out there, but there's a grizzly out in the back, and we're gonna go check him out, or at least see what we can find, see if we can get out there. I'm not gonna go into a couple of areas where I get myself narrowed down into some thick brush and a narrow path, and I run into them and I got a shit show, possibly get myself killed. But it's too much fun, and I want to see how Mojo responds. We haven't been out early in the morning, so it's a different time of the day that he's used to. He kind of looks at me and says, what the hell are we doing? and he's not sure about the morning. He kind of wants to hang out with his buddies, wondering when he's going to get fed. But it's a good thing. We, I want a horse, and I have a horse that will do anything with me. That is safe for him and myself, but is confident enough to actually do things that other horses may say is risky or too scary and refuse to do. But for the most part, Mojo will do most things I ask of him, and we're extremely bonded now. So it's quite a trip to have that relation and connection with a horse. So I'm not going to talk too much right now. I'll be back in who knows how long, and put some of this on video. Hopefully I capture some decent stuff. This podcast isn't going to be too long, but I just want you guys to see what we got out here and what we do on a regular basis, and it's just trippy. And maybe encourage some of you guys to come down here and learn what we do and come share in the fun. Life, if you look at anything in your life, when you feel good is when you're connected. And I'm going to post a little video about a little thing about trauma and about addiction, and the fact that a lot of the issues around addiction is based on the absence of connection with your environment, with nature, and with other people and with animals. We don't have those connections. We seek to soothe ourselves, and many of those ways are detrimental to us. And when we soothe ourselves with drugs and other habits that temporarily make us feel better, they add other complications in your life that actually bring your life down and start to deteriorate it. But I think it's a really important video. Dave Truss, an educator, shared it with me yesterday, and it really had an impact. It's only 2 minutes long, but well worth a look-see. I used to have a very negative view of Vancouver's downtown east side, and thinking that all those people had choices in their lives, and they made bad choices. Gabor Mate, once I got into his work, he changed that view. It's people trying to self-medicate themselves from the pain that they feel and the suffering that they feel in their lives. And we need to rethink how we address this. And instead of addressing it as a criminal offense, is really thinking as a mental health issue and a physical health issue that we need to look at and connect. And some countries have done a good job at doing just that. So I'll share that video. Please watch it. I think we really need to start working together and looking at the real issues that are affecting our society and going about in our individual ways to help improve it and make a difference in people's lives and animals' lives and the environment itself that we all depend on. We're all interconnected. It's all one, so to speak. And I think we need to gear up a little bit more and make some big changes and fast, or we're going to lose it all. And it may not affect us and people in their 40s and 50s, but and it probably will, really, but it's going to affect our children. And when I say our children, I mean our children as a society is they're innocent, and they're going to inherit this crap that we're doing to our planet and to each other. And we really need to think differently about it, and we need to take action in our own ways to make this planet a better place. Anyhow, without any further ado, let's kick out and see what's going on. See you in a bit. Okay, here we go. Here's Mojo. We just left that. Oh, you can't see it, but you'll see what's going to go on. I had a little handheld thing, but it's a little too fucking wonky, and I might just lose everything here. Lose my phone, which I don't have a case on. And like I said, we're just kind of leaving the property right now, and we're going into the valley. And as you see, it will open up, and it is spectacular. Anyhow, this is the coolest shit ever. I kiteboarded for 12 years. That's spectacular. This is right up there, or if not, beats it. And Mojo is eating grass. So this is, he knows when I got the camera, and he knows that I'm distracted, and of course, he's taking full advantage of it. Hey, hey, come on, let's go. Let's go, hey, let's go, let's go. So yeah, I'm gonna do this in little bits, but I kind of want you to see what we're doing here, because we walk through this little path, and then it goes insanely spectacular. So this is what I get to do every fucking day. Hey, let's go. So unfortunately, the problem with doing this is that he knows I'm distracted and dealing with this, and so you know, he's this is a bit of an odd time for him. I'm breaking the routine, but it's a good thing. So we're about to go through some water, and I'm just going to show a part of it. I don't want to lose the camera here, but we're going to go through the water. I'm going to show you what we're going to look at in a minute here. If I open up, you can kind of see it. And if I hold on to this really, really tightly, you can see what we're going to break out into. And I am crossing a river right now. And God forbid I lose my fucking phone. Come on, Mo. Anyhow, this is what we're crossing. Come on, Mo, let's go. Let's go. Up. Let's go. Come on. Try to get it up here. You can see we're walking, and Mo's having his thing. Wish I had some better views. This is the best I can do. Too much fucking fun. Jesus Christ. I should be quiet though. What I hope to see is maybe some wildlife, loose reins here, and maybe some fresh tracks. Got a lot of wolves in the area, and as I mentioned earlier, we have at least one grizzly bear out here. At least he was out here on the weekend, and I got a feeling that there's more than one, but we'll see what we find. So I'm gonna switch over in a minute to the view. Actually, maybe I'll just rotate the camera, kind of see things out there and where we are. Very cool. Anyhow, this is what you look for in a horse. Fucking go anywhere, do anything, kick ass. Mojo the Magnificent, and I can't get him. Buddy, there you are. It's kind of like weird, because I'm losing my position on my reins. And it is wild. I'm gonna let him eat a grass right now because he likes it. And wow, here I'm gonna spin him around a little bit so you see what's behind me. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to paradise. It's early morning, and there's hoof prints here, no fresh tracks. We got a good chance of seeing the wolves tracks because they're coming up down here. I'm not sure where the elk are right now. I haven't seen any on the highway as I'm leaving out through the property. We're about 2.5 hours outside of Vancouver. Pretty remote, really, for being so close to Vancouver. And this is just spectacular. Just absolutely spectacular. I love it in the morning. We're gonna go down to the river and check things out. Let's see what things are about. So I'm gonna sign off for a second while I plow through this and get into some interesting terrain, and maybe I'll park if I see some tracks and talk about what I think might be going on. Anyhow, we'll talk to you in a sec. Bye. Well, as it goes, I'm about to do something I said I wasn't going to do. It's early morning. The river on the other side is pretty high. So it's really for my camera or my phone. I don't want to lose it if we're swimming and get it fucked up. So I'm going down this path and into confined areas where we saw the grizzly bear tracks. So, let's see what fucking happens. Woohoo! Fun, exciting, dangerous. Makes for a fucking great morning. Talking a bit. Well, we can walk a little bit. Let's go, Mo. Just because, and it's probably a good thing I talk, so I'm not gonna be quiet in here. Because if there's any fuckers in here, I want to hear them. I want them to hear me, because this is like the shittiest thing you could get yourself into if a bear is coming down the trail. So I'm going to sign off and sign back in. I'm gonna go back to the area that we saw the wolf tracks and we saw the grizzly bear tracks, and I will be back. This is what we're going through. Look at that. Then shit. Little path. I'm out here and it's dense. And I got shivers. It's great. Anyhow, I'm gonna talk a lot. Yep. Because I really don't want to run into them in this fucking brush. I got a little bit of room to move around. But, so I'm okay. Yep. Sorry. It's in my best interest to make noise right now. And, yeah, we're just kind of cruising through the forest. Mojo is fucking awesome. Love my horse. Yeah, I'm just kind of cruising around. We're going to open up into the area that we saw the wolf tracks. I haven't seen anything yet. Haven't seen any sign of elk, deer, nothing. This is a nice sandy area, so there's good chances that I can find some fresh tracks. See, we're about in here, and I'm just looking around now, and I don't see any fresh tracks of anything. See them down here? Down here. So, now that we're over the clearing, I don't have to make a bunch of noise. Where we ran into grizzlies, just back in there a bit, we saw the grizzly track, I shouldn't say ran into grizzlies. I'm gonna pull out here so you can see where I am, because it's insane and it's early morning, and there's a herring. Let's go over to the river, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm gonna spin around. Woohoo! Look at that. Look at that shit, man. Like, seriously. That's what I live in. Woohoo! Seriously? Life's pretty fucking grand, really. So, as I was saying, time doesn't slow down. Even when you're doing what you love to do, thought maybe it would slow down a bit. Hasn't. But Jesus Christ, look where I am. Look what I'm doing with my best buddy, Mojo the Magnificent. Never really thought about it before, but I guess I've strapped on my Mojo. Got my Mojo on. Oh, that's fucking corny and stupid, but true. Look at that fuck. Some days I can't believe my life. I really can't. Grew up in a steel town. Great friends, and it was all good, but it just doesn't compare to this, really. So my point to all this podcast really is to say, hey, you know, Take it from an old man, an oldish man, an older man. Life's too short. Get out there. Get out in nature. Do what you love to do. Express yourself to the best of your ability to be your authentic self. Again, do what you love to do and get her done. You know? It's too short, man. It's a blink. We're here for a little bit and it's gone. You know, you heard me talk about Haas passing away, and it really affected me, and God, I had to cry. Makes me sad just thinking about him being gone. And for a long time I used to avoid sadness, just because of what I talked about before, and complex PTSD and negative emotions had a tendency to maybe throw me into anxiety or depression. And funny thing about depression is you really don't know you're depressed until you're out of it. And I think that's happening to a lot of people. But there's a way out. One of it is one thing that helps greatly. It's a fantastic tool. Is mindfulness meditation. Again, I refer to Jon Kabat-Zinn and Joseph Goldstein. You can look those up, and more contemporary, more modern individuals like Sam Harris, who does a great job really accentuating the difference between spirituality and religion, and what spirituality is really about. And really, it's about our authentic selves. And one of the mystery behind it all is when you practice for a while, you get a sense that there's something deeper. And as the saying goes, that which is aware of sadness is not sad. That which is aware of happiness is not happy. That which is aware of anger is not anger. That which is aware of all your emotions and sensory apparatus is not you. Who you are, perhaps isn't even the story you tell yourself. But perhaps it's that hidden layer of naked awareness that is inherently in all of us, and I suspect, and I'm not sure if the word is conjecture, but it's the same thing that's in him. It's the same thing that's in those trees. It's the same thing that's in all the animals out here. It's the awareness of God, perhaps, because something has created all this. You call it life force, call it whatever you want, call it God, whatever it is, the name you attach to it is not it. It is the great divine, the great mysterious, and its underlying temperament seems to be one of contentment, of joy, and a desire to create and express itself. And maybe that's a little woo-woo for the rest of you. Fucking all those cowboys, or some of my cowboy friends, they're going, what the fuck is happening to Jack? Nothing, fuckers. I'm the same guy, but I just love this. Russell Floyd, brother, mentor that tried to kill me, mentor that taught me everything, along with Jim Wilson. I owe you guys so much. It's not only the horses that got me here, and fuckers like this guy that allows me to do this, but it was the two of you that gave me a great gift, and that's what I'm doing now. Thanks, guys. Again, I owe a lot to you. And Russ, I really hope to get out there and spend some time with you and go a little hardcore, which I love doing with you, man. So, you're a great guy and one fucking powerful cowboy. So, that's that. I'm gonna sign off for a sec, look around for a few tracks. Doesn't seem to be too much happening. But what the fuck was that? That was weird. Something just kind of flew up and dropped all over me. Maybe it was Mojo's tail. I don't know. But fuck, I look good today. A little less old manish. All my friends out there, to you guys in Hamilton, I love you guys. Part of the reason I'm able to do all this is because the stability and friendship and loyalty that you guys gave me. And I still love you guys. I know I don't talk to you much, but maybe one of you guys will see this. Yeah. Never say. Used to say I love you to brothers, but oh, I'm gonna fix my collar. But you know, the fact is that I do love my brothers, and I love going hardcore. Talk to you bet. Bye. So I was about to joke around and say, "Well, fucking hardcore. This isn't hardcore." Russ is going, "Fuck you. That's not hardcore." I was about to say the same thing until something was moving in the bush. And Mojo perked up and my back started, my spine started to tingle. Because there's no one out here but me. And it's just spectacular. Fuck, I love it. When Mojo's relaxed, I'm relaxed. He's got far better hearing than I do. So I use his senses to help notify me of any danger. Not much, however. There's some old tracks in here. It's all worn out. You can see those down there. Not sure. I really can't tell what that is. Or was. It's quite old. But some deer tracks down there. You can see them right in there. Just a small little deer. It's not the elk. And Mo, what are you doing? Oh, you're eating the grass. Mojo's got stuff of grass. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. It's too old, but I'm just gonna walk around here a little bit because perhaps I'm missing something. Mojo, come on, buddy. I know you'll come back for the grass. Come on, let's go. Hey. Yep. I have different. Everyone has different cues. Because I run a bunch of horses, sometimes combined with my friends. I have very loud outward cues, and kind of like you can create an energy wake, so to speak, and drive the horses all together as one. And that's what enables me to take my friends like Dave and get them galloping on a horse safely. Very controlled conditions, as much as they can be. There's certainly an element of risk to it, but certain cues I use, I'm very vocal. Some cues are subtle, physical cues, but other cues are very vocal, and I use that to drive the other horses. Mojo and me can raise the tempo up with all the horses, just because Mojo's a lead horse, and I must be doing something right. Seems to work. My friends have a fucking blast. So, yeah, just walking around, and you gotta think of something other than anyhow to say. That, my favorite go-to words, I think I say a lot. Besides is wow and really. It's annoying when you listen to yourself. It's like, wow, wow, really, really, wow, really. Wow, I sound like a fucking moron when I do that. Yeah. Gonna walk around a little bit, see if I find anything, and then head out into another confined space and see if anything else is moving in there. This is so fucked. If that grizzly is in there, it's not the best thing. Too much fun. One of the things I will be doing though is buying a scabbard for my 4570 and mounting it on that. or my 30-30. If this grizzly's out here, I'm mounting my 45-70. It may not, you may not be able to pull it in time. The idea is if you do have a grizzly and your horse is acting up, and either you get off the fucking horse and fire a shot off. Probably gonna lose the horse, but you know, give me some chance if he was being aggressive. Right now, I have, hey Mo, hi buddy. Right now, I'm gonna fight him off with this. It wouldn't go well. Oh, it really wouldn't go well. Mojo. So when I come out here, hey Mojo. When I come out here, I let Mojo feed on some fresh grass and stuff. So it's a pleasurable experience for him. He gets to go taste some new nibblies, and you know, he likes maple leaves, ferns, and fresh grass. He doesn't get many maple leaves and ferns at the ranch, so he likes to come out here and have a little nibble. I give him a little nibble. And yeah, 1 second, I'm gonna switch over and pan over to me again. One moment. Well, I'm over here now. I'm gonna just point it down a little bit. There's some older elk tracks right there. Hopefully you can see it by my foot. A little older, you can see them over there. They're quite big. They're kind of like deer tracks, but much bigger. The Roosevelt elk are the biggest elk in the world, and we got a shitload of them out here. I was over there, and there was something big moving around the bushes, and I decided to get myself over into some open area. Actually, it was kind of spooky. So the main thing for me really is to kind of, the safest place on my own is out in the open. I can see what's coming. Got a better chance of dealing with anything that might be aggressive. Generally bears, even grizzly bears, they're not really aggressive. They don't want to have anything to do with you. At the same time, fucking bears attack people, man. I just heard a story from a good friend of mine, James, who's a rancher about 3 hours west of Williams Lake. That guy riding his horse. We're talking about riding bitless, and not a good idea out in the, like what I'm doing right now. Well, my ride's done, and it's time to cut the lawn. My front yard's a little messy, and I think I need to kind of clean things up a bit. This is home sweet home for me. A little messy right now, but you know, time to do some chores and yard work. And I got just the guy to do it. No, it's okay, it's the dogs. Yeah, anyhow. Fuck, there's that word again, anyhow. Divers. Hi, buddy. So, there's my two pets. Believe it or not, I brought a fucking cat camping. Oh my god. Look at that little bugger, there's my horse and my cat. Plan on getting a dog. We got a lot of ranch dogs. But, yeah, my cat was depressed. He was living in a condo. And he prefers it out here. It's kind of interesting how well he adapted. I thought for sure maybe he'd get scooped up by a coyote or something else, but he seems to have some wits about him. He goes out at night though. Crazy, because he must glow in the dark to other animals, but so far so good. I'd rather see him happy and get smoked by another animal than be depressed. Hi buddy, what's going on? See him depressed and waste out his life. Look at that though, he's not even afraid. He's like, holy crap. That is so fucking cool. Huh? Wow. Huh? How many cats and horse pictures and videos are there out there? Can't be a lot. Yeah, I know. It's a little feminine, but I embrace my feminine side. And I know who I am. I don't care. I think it's cool. You're doing a good job, Mo. But I think you missed a couple patches. Gotta clear that out. Yeah. Too much fun, man. God, get out there. Whatever your thing is, whatever you want to do, as scary as it may be, to go out and put yourself on the line and follow your path, your dream, and what you're supposed to be in life, go do it. It's too short not to, man. It's way too short not to. And when you do, your heart smiles. And my heart is smiling huge right now. So, welcome to my home. The idea here is, this is base camp setup. I've been kind of going through gear and setting up for the fall hunt. Essentially is we're going to drive up and perhaps do some horseback hunting, but also taking the Jeep back there and going up and setting up this camp. It's a little luxury. They even got a little outdoor shower, hot water shower. And then using that as base camp, and I'll spike out from there with ultralight hunting gear. Kiyu, if you're out there listening to my podcast, I love your shit. It's awesome. I got a lot of it, and you guys do a great job. I like listening to how you guys go about researching and developing new fabrics that seem to just work superbly in the bush. Got a little Kryptek here, and Kryptek, I like your stuff, and I like where you came from. A military background. Don't always agree with politics, but to all your military guys out there, I've never been in the military, but I have a deep respect for you guys and what you do for us. Even if our politicians are asking you to do things that maybe we shouldn't be doing, but you guys follow orders and do what you need to be, what needs to be done, and shit that I can't even imagine. And you know, to all you servicemen and women out there, thank you so much. Without you, North America, Canada, and the US, with all your problems, and with all your fucked up Donald Trumpness, I don't understand what you guys are doing over there. Us in Canada are like scratching our heads going, holy fuck. Can't believe reality TV has come to presidential politics. It's bullshit. But without you guys, our big brother, I'm not sure Canada would be here. And North America wouldn't be this unique, wonderful place it is. We got a lot of work to do to ensure we keep improving and keep on making gains. But as you can see, we have some of the most beautiful country in the world. And we're so fortunate to be here. And part of the reason why we're here today, and this fucker, Mojo, is here today, is because of all you, past and present. So, with heartfelt respect, thank you. That's it. I'll talk a little bit more and wrap up in the tack shed, and we'll call it a day. Well, I'm back. That was fun, and just gonna end the podcast here. That was a lot of fun out there. Saw some wolf tracks, but I think they were from the weekend a couple of days ago. I think maybe I got a little bit of video of it and some elk tracks, but no, the grizzly tracks. There was something moving around in the bush when we cut across the river and went over the island, just to kind of have a broader perspective of things. But I didn't see anything, but my idea is to head out there as early as I can get out there and see if we can pick up some wildlife. Everything's usually more moving in the morning and have a better chance. But God damn, that was fun. Holy shit. And again, this episode is really, time doesn't slow down. I was really hoping it would, as you pursue your passions and your interests and fully enjoy your day, every day of your life. Life has struggles and stresses, but if you're living your path and your way, even those are quite enjoyable. So I had a fantastic time. Mojo performed stellar, and I couldn't be happier about the morning. And he just plowed through everything. Didn't matter if we're going through deep water and not quite swimming, but we just went everywhere. When we team up a little bit, we'll head into some of the more denser parts of the area out here, and maybe get into some areas that we might see some elk bedding down. The risk with that is that the grizzly, there's at least one grizzly in the area, which probably means that there's more, and running across one could be quite exciting, to say the least. And before I venture more and more out there, but I'm gonna have to get a scabbard for my gun and at least have a little bit of sense of security or an option. Not that I'm necessarily going to get an opportunity to use it. It could all go to shit. But there is at least something that you can try to utilize to prevent something serious from happening to yourself. Wow. So, Father Time, he doesn't slow down for anything. So get out there. Live your life the way you want to live it. Fuck the standard cultural norm. And be who you're supposed to be. And you know who it is. That little voice in your head that's telling you to do whatever you want to do, that you don't do, that you're too scared, you're too afraid to do. Go do it anyhow, because it'll change your life. And it's, people hear it all the time, but it's true. If you do it, and you show the bravery to do it. And bravery is not the absence of fear. It's the ability to pursue your dreams and aspirations and convictions regardless of the fear. And in so doing, it's apparent that the universe does conspire in your favor. So until next time, that was episode 14. I had a blast this morning. One of the things I hope to do over the next little while is improve on the video quality and my ability to capture some of the stuff. It still doesn't really capture what's going on, but it gives you a little bit of indication. It certainly covers some of the scenery, and I hope to get better at it and really present to you my life, my horse's life, the lives of the people down here, and how connecting with nature and connecting with horses really is quite a awesome experience, in lack of a better word. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not sure if there's a meaning to life, but I do know there's a purpose, and that's to deepen and widen your experience of life. And holy fuck, I did it today and every day from now on, as much as I can. Till then, talk to you later. Bye for now.
This is Mountain Horse Studios.